That's some
I'm
real
glad we
shit
could
she
stop
said, by the way.
without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
That's some real shit Kisara said, by the way. Like, if you're gonna keep blaming yourself for the rest of your life for some shit that may or may not have been your fault, then that's not living, dude. That's essentially that's just making yourself feel way worse than, you know, just living on and not forgetting what you did.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Bro, I really need to stop pressing X.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
I called it, bitch. Yeah, she was one of the original Thorn. What the fuck? Oh. Oh, he wasn't the one who fucked up the ceremony. It was her. But Dohalim passed out. Or not Dohalim. Alphen passed out, I'm guessing. Ooh. Yo, bro, I want to shake Ray Chase's hand for this, dog. Not gonna lie. Also, yo, Alphen out here looking like Date for fucking Insomnia Files. I think he found that good shit. So the Thorn just got the curse of the maiden, essentially.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that? If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
Oh, your boy, this is just malevolence. Let's be completely McFucking honest. It's malevolence.
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Long story short, we're gonna have to fight Bahamut.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I just need a little time first.
Wait, huh? What, is that like the point of no return? I doubt it's the point of no return, but, you know.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens, I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
I guess they're also warning you, I guess, it's a fight coming up? I don't know. It's a dungeon? I can still teleport wherever I want to, so I don't know why the game was doing that.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records, by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danan astral energy, so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Danan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title, Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
Nigga, but we knew this already. Alphen, you knew this already. What the fuck are you... Why are you so surprised now? Like, dog, we've been over this. Yeah, you're a 300-year-old boomer. Or probably a 320-something-year-old boomer. And you knew you were experimenting on the lab. Why is this something that you know...
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman? It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
Let's see, the main acts as a sovereign support mechanism for the channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Renan subject serves its functions, providing the sovereign with supplemental dark astral it lacks in tandem with the Rena Alma. During the ceremony, it's partly responsible for the astral energy conversion, as well as maintain stability over the sovereign's own powers. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the sovereign have been observed to positively impact the level of stability of both subjects. Because of this, the trial activations of the sovereign without the maiden present are expressly forbidden. Furthermore, neither the sovereign nor the maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plan. Addendum 1. Mental instability in the maiden has been deemed the cause of the past sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures have been considered. Addendum 2. In line with the plan adjustments, the current subject will have its maiden registration revoked and return to its original household. The Renis Alma, aka the Holy Grail. Shut the fuck up, Wave. Master cores are the instruments of power containing astral energy that belongs to one of the 6 elements. 5 of these master cores, those of earth, water, fire, wind, and light, are loaned to Renan lords at the time of the crown contest. Only the dark master core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone. Until the Renis Alma has been formed, its existence kept top secret. Underneath a master core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystal used for the purpose of astral energy containment and stabilization. Inside the force field, astral energy is stored in a dormant state. For the duration of the tenure, each lord competes in the crown contest to amass their allotted type of astral energy. In the event of an emergency, each lord may be allowed to withdraw from their respective stock of astral energy as necessary. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their individual strength. Amendment 2. Design flaws have been discovered in how the Renis Alma materializes. Be advised that the active master cores may resonate with each other, or may resonate with other master cores located in close proximity and made unstable. Addendum 2. Due to the successful regeneration of the Renis Alma, master cores will cease to be deployed, and the crown contest will be permanently halted. So the crown contest wasn't even supposed to keep continuing, but somebody decided to keep going despite that fact. You got corrupted by Aquamoth. Wave, I fucking hate you, man. Lenegus. Detachable Harvester. What the fuck is that? A massive spirit vessel placed on Dana for the spirit channeling ceremony. It serves for the tip as a tip of Lenegus conduit from which it separates. Upon landing in Danan waters, it extends 2 sets of conducting pathways. The vertical pathways connect to the center of Dana. Meanwhile, the horizontal pathways proceed to envelop the entire surface of Dana. Once activated, it links to the biological spirit vessels placed in each realm, efficiently harvesting the planet's astral energy in mass. The accumulated energy is then transmitted to Rena via Lenegus. Because construction and adjustment takes place in the Forbidden Zone's regular area, Lenegus or Lenegis' outer layer, must be deployed prior to launch. Intended to function semi-autonomously, only maintenance personnel are expected to manually interface with it when necessary. No other personnel is required for it to function. Addendum 2. Detachable Harvester 1 was lost on Dana after exploding due to a rampancy exhibited by the Sovereign. Detachable Harvester 2's landing point remained due to the explosion of the previous model, which altered the planetary topography, enabling an easier connection to this. Jesus Christ, they just... Sedative mask. The device covering the wearer's whole face, covering the whole face restricts their mental activity. It was developed for the purpose of pacifying prisoners. Medical applications are also recognized, particularly as a means of preventing patients from sustaining mental trauma. However, doing so is not recommended, as prolonged use of the device carries a risk of inducing a number of adverse side effects. Addendum 1. Due to the loss of production facilities incurred by the partial destruction of Lenegis, additional devices will no longer be manufactured. Okay, so there were actual side effects that were at least jotted down. Let's check out Lenegis real quick. A large-scale astral energy converter that primarily converts the elemental composition of the Dana's astral energy and transmits it to Rena. Activation and control of the astral energy conversion is achieved by placing the Sovereign, Maiden, and Rena's Alma within the central core of Lenegis. It is comprised of a classified and essential personnel residence zones around the large conduit, along with the defensive layer surrounding them. The outer layer is deployed upon activation, unlocking the central conduit, which simultaneously functions as a stabilizing mechanism. Due to its design, deployment of the outer layer is expected to cause damage to residential zones. However, because it takes place during the final stages of the spirit channeling ceremony, no contingency plan to address said damage is needed. Until that phase, Lenegis serves as a central base of operation for the management and execution of the Crown Contest of Dana. Warning: any personnel with level 3 authority or lower is strictly forbidden from the classified zone. Any violators will be immediately executed. Damn. So basically, Lenegis was just an entire research facility that nobody realized. And if you were a peasant in their eyes in the hierarchy, you're fucked. Because there's no contingency plan to save your ass. On top of that, the Master Cores are literally just walking, talking energy balls that anime protagonists decide to take around with them everywhere. Wait, so Lenegis was not meant to be broken, but Lenegis was basically meant to be like a giant. So let's put it like this: Lenegis is essentially a giant battery for astral energy to send back over to Rena. Why they need all of it for Rena, we don't know, but you get what I mean. It's a whole bunch of shit. Okay, Wave, to put it like this. Essentially, think of masters and servants, right? The masters need their servants to fight, but the servants also need their masters for energy. Think of the maidens kind of like their masters, while the sovereign is kind of like the servant. Without one, you can't have the other, because then shit wouldn't work right. Lenegis is essentially a giant battery that also acts as a place where a bunch of Renans live. without realizing how fucking stupid that is, because this place can essentially break down whenever it fucking wants to, and there's no contingency plan for anybody who is below the rest of the Renin kind. Renin is Fuyuki. Okay, yeah, let's put it like that. Renin is essentially Fuyuki. That mask that Alphen was wearing throughout the entire game is also extremely fucking dangerous. No shit. Because, surprise, surprise, that shit can induce memory loss, but it was also there to prevent people from going and having mental shutdowns, essentially. But it kind of didn't work the way it was supposed to, and it started just essentially fucking people's minds up. Also, turns out if the maiden freaks the fuck out, if the maiden freaks out and has a mental breakdown, the entire project is fucked.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renin never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Alphen. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough.
Bye,
Please.
Saber.
Live for me, Alphen.
Bye, Saber. You just sent Shiro to his death.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renin people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Alright, what are we looking at here? Yep. Ah, look, another place that looks like a boss room.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course.
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori? What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but...
Yeah, I was supposed to say, that sounds like a
it was
really
not
bad
true.
idea.
The
Wait.
Venice Alma was lost.
Why do I have a bad feeling she's the red woman?
And Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danan voice speaking through her?
Hey, we got new outfits.
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again.
Shut up!
We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Cause nigga, I don't
Starting
give
with a
a
little
fuck.
game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Is Shion's chest bigger now? A little bit.
Miracles
But it might be
seem
just
to
pushing
follow
it.
wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion.
He said the thing! Yo, my man looking more like Yu Narukami by the minute. My man over here looking like he fused with Izanagi looking ass.
You included.
Yo! Oh no, I just realized. Hold on. I just realized. The main character goes from dressing like a school student to looking like he fused with Izanagi to get his, like, armor set or whatever. You know, his own little, like, armor shit. Then he decides to fucking digivolve or some shit to become Izanagi no Okami. And then he gets this shit. Yo, Bandai be over here watching my videos, because I'm over here talking about what if they had a Persona game where the main character fuses with their Persona to get them new outfits and shit, like this Performa and this... Oh my god, this is just Performa! Yo, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, where are you at, dog? Like, hey, Bandai be copying yo ass, and you ain't even on the PS4.
Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony, and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories.
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never...
Shion is better than Tsubasa. I mean... that's a whole other conversation and a half.
dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do.
Yo, my man got a new sword too.
Yeah.
Nigga,
You're right.
I didn't spend all that money for you to be throwing away your damn swords, motherfucker. You know how many materials I had to go and farm up to get your new sword, you bourgeois ass motherfucker.
Just strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
Let's just live day by day.
I believe you,
Nothing but
Alphen.
our sorrows.
Good. We'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
My nigga out here really throwing out those inspirational ass speeches and shit. Shion, the latest maiden. What you got? Revitalize. Yo, where the fuck? Now you get this? Nigga, now you get this? Yep. So this was actually the splash art that I saw while I was going through YouTube. And luckily it wasn't for what I thought it was. I thought Shion went to the dark side or some shit. But no, it's just Shion gets the outfit of the maiden. Yo, Yu Narukami out here being like, hey yo, it's time to go and clap some cheeks, dog. I don't feel like there's a boss coming up. Yo, side note, I would be hella mad if I was Law on them, because the game literally is like, oh, you want new outfits? Y'all can get farmer outfits, while Law and Alphen and Shion out here getting new outfits every goddamn arc. Like, I'd be
That's
mad
quite
as hell.
some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
Please don't do a motivational speech. Please don't do a motivational speech. Please don't do a motivational speech. Don't you fucking do a motivational speech. I swear to God, if you start doing a goddamn Tales of a motivational speech. Don't you
This
fuck.
is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Why do I have a really bad feeling that this is the final... Well, it's not the final boss, because I already know that... I already know we have to fight Valron again.
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Place. Oh, once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself. Reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
What the fuck is that? Over here looking like a Metal Gear villain.
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
I'm on call. Where are you going? Whirlwind snap!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my inner life to attack.
There!
Here, let me help. What's this? Dance in the wind! Lunar Crusher!
Here I come!
Wind in the wind! Steel!
Shion, you know, Using that revitalization will be real nice right now.
Ready to go! My art can do this. Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Oh, that's a resurrection spell. Ah. Wait. An advanced spell healing under restores all allies HP. What? But why did she talk about resurrection then? Oh, never mind. It. Oh, okay. These Japanese payments bad. Yeah, that sounds about right. There's a few things they need to update with the Rise, because they keep using a lot of the Japanese version, but they usually mix it up with that
This one's mine. I'm on it.
Like, it doesn't make sense that they're using the Japanese incantations.
Lunar corruption. Lunar blast.
Actually, does she not have her second mystic art here, or nope? I still gotta go and get it through the.
Searing gale. Hear me, flee of fury. Burning light. Hear my call. It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire. Here goes. Here's more the not my slightest.
Damn, he took both me and Law out.
Stay away from my friends.
All disasters
Dragon
bring you
Swarm.
back from depths of this. Healers of purity.
Not my
Too
shot.
much to handle. A new leaf on
Take
life.
You're mine. Dragon Swarm.
Healing wall.
I'm not. Talon Hurricane. Eagle. Now Dragon Swarm.
Lunar corruption.
I can do this. This one's mine.
Alright, I'm just gonna have to do this real quick because this is gonna get on my nerves. So, gonna have to turn this off. I'll keep that. I'm gonna need you to turn off at least that. Gemini Aqua doesn't really do much here. Same with that. Toxicity needs to go. Explode needs to go.
I could do this all day. No. Can't end here. Don't give up. These fists have got your name on them.
I'll bring you back from depths of this.
Super swallow dance. Now I'm in the groove. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. This should do it.
Illuminate the dark.
Oh, that's
A
not good.
wailing dancy of lightning.
Also, pop an orange shell.
This should do it.
Water.
Take
Hear my
this.
call.
Dragon Swarm. Try this.
Pierce evil. Air thrust.
Explosive ring.
Talon
I can carve through water to be let free.
Here, let me help.
You picked the wrong fight. Crumble. Dragon Swarm.
Illuminate the top.
No. Can't end here.
Don't leave me. Out of ammo.
Inspiration. Not done yet. I can do this all day. Eat this.
Take that.
Last one.
Holy land.
Talon Hurricane. Right, try harder. My turn.
One of them was really bad feeling.
Hear my call.
Like, I have a bad feeling she's gonna, you know, go sicko mode in my ass in a minute. And we're out of CP items.
Let you all down.
Too much to handle? You get the gist. I'll bring you back and you get the gist. Cyclone! Blah, blah, blah. Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth. Far beyond the darkest sky.
Come and get it! Talon Hurricane!
Annihilation! By the power of
This one's all mine!
between heaven and earth. A wailing dance of
What's
lightning!
this? Ready and ready!
By the power of
Talon
God!
Hurricane! Eat
Without
this!
grace!
You're mine!
Raging cascade!
Dragon
Explosion!
Ready to go!
Fury! Burning strike! Chain between heaven and earth!
This should do it! Punch!
First aid!
Big blast!
Annihilation! By the power of thunder!
No escape!
I'll heal you all! Arrow squall! This one's mine! A whirling struggle!
Explosive ring!
First force!
Yeah, definitely explosive ring does way more
I'm
damage.
going to need to use all the power of my heal to tighten up my fight.
Of course, Law died.
Pay for that!
And then I died.
Here goes! Do this all day! Blah, 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 blackened! Seal!
This should do it!
Denied! Magic is am! I can't heal you forever! Next shot! All day!
It's go time! Inferno punch!
That's blow!
Now I'm in the groove!
Big
I really owe you one.
Here's my part! Wait! I can do this all
Their
day!
arcs were interrupted! Eat this!
Lightning condemned! Not on my watch!
It's on!
Hurricane strike! Lightning condemned!
I'll finish you here and now!
Magic is am! Burning strike!
Inferno punch!
Going in! The doctor orders! Sharp fist! Lightning condemned! Going in! One more! Far beyond the darkest field! A chain between heaven and earth! Sky is mine! A wailing dance by Savior! Tiger blade! Hurricane
I'll smash you!
I'm just getting started! Hear me! Flames are burning! The flames will roar! In here! Seal! Storm!
Down! You're all
Between heaven and earth!
Yep, the enemies are now full movement.
Now for some reflection! Burning strike! By the power of God! Vanish without a trace!
Yeah, this might be a done deal.
Explosion! Hear me!
Eat
Flame
dirt!
of fury! May 1,000 gales burning strike! Water! Hear my call! Nail! Blood! Hear me!
In a bind?
Fury! Burning strike!
Here I come!
Arcane waterfall!
I'll thank you!
New leaf on life! Not on my watch! This one's mine!
Strike
Big
you!
with sharpness!
Void blast! Burn in hell!
Freezing storm! Flames will
Negative
roar!
state! Dragon swarm!
Raging cascade!
You up top! Explosive ring!
Chain between heaven and earth! I won't give up!
Forgive me. This is my...
You motherfucker! I needed that item, and then you took it away from me. Are you fucking loony, mate?
There!
Far beyond the darkest sky!
You're mine! Dragon swarm! There! Blast off!
Big with sharpness!
Bathed in
This should do it! Take this!
bloody howling.
Try harder! Not a chance!
Another incantation ruined.
Move it!
Illuminate the dark!
Forgive me.
You're mine! The flame inside me yearns to be let
A
free!
wailing banshee of lightning!
I'm not done! It's over!
Lord of the South!
Try harder! Not a chance! Last
Raging
shock!
cascade!
Burn in hell!
Spread!
Take this!
Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Arrow
Take
Squall!
We need Kisara back.
What was I thinking? One more! Back into the fray!
Try harder! My turn!
Get with the doctor! Finish without a... Oh, violence! Blah, blah, blah!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Carve now through all! Ready to go! Feel!
Struck! Dragon Swarm! Take it! It's too much! This should do it!
Freeze Lancer!
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Alright, since they're dead, I'm stealing their shit.
Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Pierce
Take
Eagle!
it!
Freeze Lancer! This can't be happening!
You! Stay away from my friends! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Blast the shock! This one's all mine! Burn! Here I come! Try harder! My turn! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! My turn! Move it! Blast the...
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Here I come! You're my... Struck! Dragon Swarm! Time to let it rip!
Oh my
This
god.
should do it! Blast the shock! Coming through! Ha!
This should be the end of it.
Scarlet Inferno! Try harder! My turn! No! Look sharp!
There we go.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm surprised we actually survived that shit.